So we start discussing the first chapter, and we had some questions raised by some people, and some were difficult questions. It's hard to see all at once, but something that's very nice in the Ramchal's writing is that he very going like step after step, and explains everything one by another. And well, we ask a difficult question: why the neshama, why the soul had to come down to this world, right, and to do all this challenging work of as Reb Chaim just talked about, that we have to conquer our lower impulse, our lower craving, and to become more godly, more with the godly characteristics. And that's a great, very heavy responsibility that we have, and that's what we start talking in the first chapter. But we have to realize that this is it's the only way. Like we have a path, and it's the only chance for us to improve ourselves spiritually, and fulfill God's Hashem's will from us is by doing that, is by observing the commandments, and that's what Ramchal is saying in the first passage, and the understanding of what is the world of before this world, what is the world of the neshamot, world of souls, that our souls came from to down to this world, and what is regarding the next phase of the world to come, right, of the heaven. And as we already mentioned, Ramchal doesn't speak about that. It's really heavy. We have to to learn to start learning Rambam, the guide of the perplexed, and to dive into the Rambam and to many other sages and scholars to understand. But just to simply say, in our own eyes, how can we look at it? We can just understand that there is a higher spiritual existence, spiritual world. We don't have to know exactly. We don't have the faculties to realize what is actually in the walls of the souls. It's something that is beyond us, but we know that our souls came from there. We know that we are not. What is easy for us, is simple for us to understand, is that we are not like animals, right? We are human beings with a nefesh. We have consciousness, we have morality, we have ethics, and like a spark of the divine higher realms inside of us. It's like a seed that we have, and so we know that we are like some kind of a construction of spiritual and material, like animal-like, and some kind of heavenly-like, and together it's like a mix. We are a kind of a mix, and we have to work out what do we have to do with this state, with this tools that we have. So we know, okay, we are now in a world that is more you can say lower, like it's a material world, and we have the soul that as Ramchal is mentioning, the soul wants something else, right? Ramchal is bringing a parable later on about like a queen's daughter, daughter of the king. That the soul is like the daughter of the king, and she is now in a rural place with a farmer, let's say, like in a farmer house, and you know the farmer can bring this daughter of the king, the princess, only simple food, you know, simple accommodation, and it's never enough for her, because she used to live in a palace. She used to eat the royal dishes of the king. And Ramchal is saying that this is the parable of our soul, because our soul it came from the upper world, and it recalls, and it's what the most the best food for it is the spiritual food, not the food of this material world, and that's a conflict that we have to struggle, and to keep in mind that there is some work that we have to do in order to help our soul to be satisfied, because it's like our sages are saying, if someone is chasing after money, it will be never enough for him, right? And if you are chasing material pleasures, it's never enough, and it's like a non-ending race. And actually, what we do need, what we do want is something higher. It's something higher, and it's this point that we know. We discover inside ourselves that the Creator, the Almighty, created us and gave us the soul, and we want and we need to be connected. As Rab Chaim mentioned, we know that Hashem's ways is to bestow, to show kindness to others, to give place, to give a good feeling and a place and respect to others, and so we have to do as well, right? We have to do it, and that's our ethical work in this world, and Ramchal is saying it's like a corridor to the next world, the world to come, and we have to walk in the corridor properly. We have to, in order to get to the best place we can in the world to come. We didn't speak what is the world to come, but our weapon, our tools is the observing commandments, being ethical, moral people. This is what we have to do best for reaching to this target, to this goal. And the world to come is something that Ramchal doesn't speak much, because, as we mentioned, Ramchal speak about what is going on now, what is going on now, but you can see hints, you can see some clues that in the world to come, the Ramchal is saying to be to be joyful and to with Hashem is actually something that fits much more in the world to come and not in this world. But in this world, you know, it's not easy. There are many distractions. We have a disease and wars, and it's hot, and you will have to bring salary and to work. And you don't have time and comfortable means to be joyful with Hashem's in the world to come. That is the place that's only what there only is only to be joyful and to have the spiritual pleasure. That's how it is in the world to come, but since it's not something that it's not depend on us only, but so Ramchal is saying, well, we have to do our part, and you know, in order to get prophecy and to get to the resurrection of the dead, that is something that we need Hashem's help, and it's like it will come from above. So you don't have to worry about this. Like it's Hashem's responsibility. We have to take care of our responsibility, and so there's a lot to talk, but regarding the world to come, but. We can just simply consider that there is a world to come. There is a payment. There is happiness and joy after this world. It's not you know, there are different disciplines, maybe secular disciplines, that this world is only what exists and nothing else besides this world, right? In the Greek philosophy, there was many perceptions that are saying, okay, you have to enjoy now before you die, because when you die you will like disappear and nothing else. But we know that it's not it's true, because we have the belief, we have the revelation of Hashem to us, and we know that there is meaning to what we are doing, and even the most simple acts that we are doing in this world, for example, if we are observing the thought, or observing commandments, if you put it tefillin, if you put it tzitzit, it's something that have impact on higher world and upper world, even if we don't see it, and it helps us to repair and to elevate all of this world. So it makes a lot, and this is our way to improve ourselves and to gain the best part we can gain in the world to come. It's like in short about the you know the edge of the path. Well, the path of upright is basically leads to prophecy, visions dead, and share the world to come. But I suggest let's see how Ramchal is going in this path and step by step. So now we already have in mind that our duty is to have a duty in this world. It's not comfortable. We have to be responsible and to watch what we are doing on one hand, and on the other hand, Ramchal is saying, well, our Savior told us it's our goal is to rejoicing with Hashem, with His spiritual impact and presence in this world. And so it's like we have this conflict, and then continuing on, Ramchal is saying that as King David said, that only getting closer to Hashem is the perfect good for us, and nothing else in this world. No, this world is everything is everything is vanishing, everything is temporary and disappearing. So the only thing, as King David said, is to feel Hashem's presence and to be closer to God. So we realize that this world is some kind of it's like it's a dangerous place, because it's confusing. It's not easy. It's not like angels, that they have no problems of they have no worries about daily life that we have. Everything is fixed for the angels, in the world of angels. But here we can fail and miss our goal, because there are many misleading ways in this world, and Ramchal is saying that all the cravings, all the passions, all the natural needs that we have in this world may take us further and to a bad place, and will not allow us to get closer to Hashem and to understand the ethical way and the way that Hashem expects us to go. He brings a verse from King Shlomo HaMelech that said that no matter whether you are rich or you are poor, you are in problem. Why? Because if you are a rich person, so you can you can celebrate all day and enjoy and forget Hashem, and it's like a difficult test. And if you are poor, so you are like miserable and struggle to only to find food and to keep the head above the water, and you can also forget what Hashem expects you. And so it's like it's a catch. It's like wherever you go, whatever you choose to do, you have this dangerous option of falling and distracting from what you should go. So like it's so this understanding is very like it took people to a negative perception and to like say, okay, let's forget about this world. In India, I think in India, there's a lot of this thinking, right? You see like monks that they don't care about everything going next to them, and they only doing some kind of spiritual work, right? And they don't care whether they are poor or suffering anything, and they think like the only important thing is to spiritually I don't know, to pray or to meditate, and Ramchal is warning us that it's not what Hashem wanted, right? He's saying that this is only something that is for first view, but on second view, he's saying if you look deeply, you will realize and you will see that this world do fits to our needs and to our challenges, because this world was created for us. It's not like that we have to run away and to lock the door and then pray with the not being care of anything outside. No, he's saying he's bringing some examples that everything in this world is for us, the light and the trees, the food, the fruits, and but I think you can see in him that it's only for after you already worked in the ethical path, if you already worked in the path of the upright, path of the just, you can realize it. For example, you know, in the third portion of the week regarding Yitzchak Avinu, Isaac, our father, you see that for him there was no challenge. If you ask Yitzchak Avinu, if you ask Isaac, is this world a challenge for him to fail and to miss the work of getting closer to God? He will say it's not a challenge. You know, when he's so holy, he was so holy that when he eats, he enjoy and he rejoicing Hashem with no trouble, with no effort. Because he already in this such a higher level of holiness, of perfection, that he's totally connected with his heart and all his mind to Hashem. So no problem to eat and to rejoice in Hashem and to be holy. It's like a very, very high level of consciousness, and it's like the top of the path of this book of Ramchal. Any translation? So, of course, you know, I heard from Rabbi Aviner that he said it's like he said a parable about it. He said, okay, I gave you a present, a bicycle. So you have a bicycle, you can ride. Everything is set, everything is okay with the bicycle, the motor, the wheels, everything. But there is a small problem in the when you put your leg, like הפדלים, שכחתי איך להגיד. So also it's not okay. So he's saying, well, you have such a great present, but sometimes it's fault and you have to fix it. So you still want to say think about it and you enjoy it, right? So sometimes you get a flat tire in your bicycle. Okay, so you go home and fix it with your tools, and it's okay. So similarly, this world, you know, it's a great present. We rejoice, we enjoy fruits and drinks and the weather and the trees. But sometimes there are, something that is dangerous, and we have to watch out and to take care. And besides, and so like this is one explanation that we have to know the rules of how to react in this world, and we also have to keep in mind that it's like maybe godly considerations that we are not realizing that everything is for, we believe that as we say, hakol letova, right? So everything is for the better, for the eventually we are not seeing it now, but in the future from Hashem. Okay, so it's important to see that you can think of it as like it's like there is some kind of match between we are doing here physical actions or human emotional actions, and in the afterwards it's like it is translated and impact as a spiritual higher actions, and it's like our best effort to be like a God with a godly characteristic. Okay, if it answers something or not, please share. Just a bit of summarizing what we discussed in the first chapter. Just a small point to add for this discussion. For this question we talked about. So we realize we are not godly, but we can imitate, we can gain godly characteristics in our level, and it's what God does expect us to do here in this world, and of course there are godly considerations and there are godly faculties that we cannot understand, don't perceive. I will give you another example. You asked before, how should we understand the phenomena like earthquakes and people dying with flu. So if we think it's like maybe a godly consideration, so we have to know that we are limited and we cannot see the whole picture. For example, if you take there is the most the founder of modern Kabbalah, great sage, one of the great sages of Israel, Rabbeinu Ha'ari, the holy Ari. He died very, very young. He was less than 40 years old, and he died. And you can think, well, it's such a loss. We lost one of the great Kabbalists. He founded the modern Kabbalah and gave so much to the world and to Israel, and it's like we can be in a lot of very sorry for it, but on the other hand, you can look at it as well. Every man in this world had his own task, his own mission. And once he completed the mission, so he's done. It's okay for him to leave this world and to find himself in the higher world, in Garden of Eden, in the world to come, and that's a perfect and very, very happy thing to see. Okay, so but in our eyes it's not certain. Okay, it's like it is God's will, and it can be it can be looked on as a very, very happy thing that Rabbeinu Hari left so many great understanding of Kabbalah, so many great books that we couldn't handle without all the writings of Hari, and it's really for few hundred years it makes a lot of impact on all the word of Torah, but we realize this only some 100 years later on. So the godly considerations are not always visible and simple to understand. And okay, so to summarize, first chapter, Ramchal is explaining our duty, and as well as our task to rejoice with Hashem in this world, and that this world is good and bad. Is good because it's for us human beings to enjoy, but it's bad because there are a lot of dangers that we have to watch out. And in order to get near to Hashem, our goal is to get closer to Hashem and to be more with godly characteristics, and that's what God expects us and wants us to do, and that's what will help our soul, our nefesh, that is from the higher world, to be satisfied and completed, and to find the way to the share in the world to come. So now actually, if you know that, then you can ask, okay, so what else do we have to learn? Okay, why do we have to learn? Continue on with Ramchal's book, and the reason is that we have something that's called something we call the ego. We have the ego. Our lower nefesh, our body craving and needs always distract us in this world, and that's what Ramchal wants to explain us in the next chapter. Okay, it's fine that you know that your goal is to observe commandments, but you have to keep in mind that you have the evil inclination inside of you that you have to conquer, and if you're not conquering it, he will conquer you, and then you may get in trouble and lose the right path. So that's like the direction that we will have to continue on learning, and I think we can start reading the second chapter for the next class, and try to continue with it next time.